What's up, you fucking bums? It's your boy Tyson, back at it again after a long ass time since my last crypto update. But you know what? I know you guys are still in the market because I'm still in the market. And I haven't been able to tear myself away from this godforsaken cycle of sleeping up until 4 a.m. looking at charts. And you know what? You guys probably haven't either. So there's that. But I hope you guys took my advice because I did a lot of cool shit 9 months ago when I was going through my couple calls that I made. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give a couple overviews about what calls I made 9 months ago, and then just some tips and my thoughts going forward in the future. But yeah, so if you look here, as you see, I made some videos calling for my picks for the next cycle going into 2024, 2025, 9 or 10 months ago. The first one I called was AVAX, and that has done it's done okay. It was at 20-ish, and that was around here. And it actually has done like a 3x from the bottom since. So it went all the way down to like fucking $10. So from that point in time, which is probably here, if you DCA this entire time, you would probably have like an average of like $15-ish. And you'd be up at least 2x right now. AVAX is good. Unfortunately, I didn't really have enough time to build a position in this. I mean, you only have so much capital, and I kind of fucked myself over because I thought the better trade was Solana, and it was the better trade, but I kind of fucked up by not believing it was the bottom for Solana. I fell for the meme that, you know, FTX has like, I think like, what was it, like $500 million worth of Solana that they still have to sell to the market, and I fell for the meme that, you know, once they sell that would form the real bottom for Solana. But the way that I want to look at AVAX going into the next cycle is that it's essentially the echo of Solana. So if you remember, and just we'll take a break real quick, but Solana's done amazing, right? I think everyone and their mom could see that it was gonna pop the fuck off. It had this large accumulation range here for like nearly an entire year, and it still has like one of the strongest communities. So I think it can reach all-time high, at the very least, if not double that for this next cycle. And the way that I think this has a relation to AVAX is, and I saw this really good tweet about the market recently on Twitter. You can kind of like see that the market that we're in now sort of like has muscle memory from the last cycle. So if you guys remember, in the last cycle, whenever Solana would mega pump, it would follow by a pump in AVAX. And then once AVAX would pump, it would follow with a pump in Luna. That's where the meme of Solana, AVAX, and Luna came from, like the golden trio, right? And so you can kind of see the muscle memory in the order books for the market that we're in now. Whenever Solana pumps, you can it's a reasonable bet that AVAX is going to pump shortly afterwards. So for those of you chads who have a position in AVAX and Solana, that's just like a cool rotation that I think you can look out and engage with. I wouldn't do something dumb like you know, sell all my Solana and dump it all into AVAX the minute that Solana finishes pumping. You know, probably do something like I don't know, like when Solana like looks like it's going vertical, right, and it looks exhausted, you can maybe sell like a quarter into AVAX and then wait for the pump there. That's what I would do pretty much. But yeah, AVAX, I don't doubt that it has the capability to reach all-time high this cycle, just based off that alone. Another coin that I called, I think it was oh yeah, how could I forget? Dude, this is probably my best fucking call of all time. Okay, but I want you to look at this, right? So when I made this video, just look at the price of Injective when I made this. It was 337, right? And then I said, you know, time to DCA, not trade. You know, you're at this point in time, we were close to the bottom, so there's no fucking point like trying to catch like the highs and lows with futures. Time to DCA, and I hope to God you guys took my advice and DCA'd into Injective, because dude, look at the price now, 22. So just think about that. Let me put it into perspective. It was 337. So let's do here to here. It's done 500% for the year so far. 550%. And honestly, I think it probably will do a lot better once the cycle gets to full swing. I'm pretty sure it has enough potential to reach at least $100, just based off the strength that I saw it exhibit during the bear cycle. You know, it was always one of the coins that was the first to go. It was really strong, even during dumps and all that. And you know, that sort of strength, it actually is kind of key, because that same sort of strength is what I saw in ChainLink during the bear market for last cycle, right? When ChainLink was first launched in 2018, and then you had the 2-year bear market, whenever it would dump, it would always recover, and it would always exhibit like really strong behavior in the bear market. And you know, I'm pretty sure we're not in the bear anymore, but this strength it really reminds me of the strength that Link had. So I hope to God you guys took my call for Injective, because it's fucking saved my portfolio. You know, it's given me a reason to continue living. And those are the two big calls. I think I also called RSR. Let's see where RSR was back then. 00395. Oh, okay, this one was NL. Yeah, it's still not back to where it was, but I don't know what can't catch them all. But going forward, I'm just gonna share my biggest bags with you guys, and some projects that I think are gonna do really, really well. So of course, I have Injective. That's probably like half my portfolio right now. I also have ChainLink. My thesis for ChainLink, you know, it consolidated for over a year, and 1.5 years actually, nearly 2 years, and it's just breaking out of the range now. I think it will do pretty well in the next cycle, purely because I feel like it was kind of stunted in the previous cycle. You know, the way that I kind of see it is that in the year before last cycle's bull market, ChainLink kind of used up all of its luck to push itself into its status as a top 20 coin. And then when it reached that status of top 20, top 10, whatever, it kind of like ran out of luck and had to reset. I'm not sure if this sounds retarded, but I just think that, you know, it's been long enough, it's reset, and there are some pretty good fundamentals coming up. So I probably have a hunch. I have a good hunch that it probably will do pretty well going into the next cycle. I mean, we're already at 15, right? So I don't doubt we can reach all-time high in, you know, the fabled $100 mark eventually, if this is a proper bull cycle. But yeah, I have Injective, ChainLink. I also have Fetch.ai. And the reasoning for picking this coin is that you hear a lot of talk about AI and stuff these days, and people are pretty dumb. So when the bull market is in full swing, I don't doubt that if someone starts shilling a coin saying, "Dude, we're like fucking, dude, this blockchain, it also has AI," and then like some retard boomer is gonna be like, "Holy, what the fuck? You're telling me this coin has blockchain and AI? Let me spend my entire life savings on this." So just the fact that it has AI in its name, I think it's a good play on the AI meme driven by the emergence of ChatGPT and all that. It's a pretty good bet, I think. I don't see why it wouldn't 10x from here. It's a pretty low cap coin, Let me see what cap of. Full disclosure, I got in Fetch AI at like 30 cents around there. Let's do Fetch AI. Okay, so for those of you who know this coin, AGIX, it's like from some retard that went on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he was, it's just like a retarded AI coin that was from the last cycle that had an appearance on Rogan. But I don't see why Fetch would not at least reach the all-time high of this coin, which would be 70 cents. It's not good. I don't see why it wouldn't at least double that. I mean, this coin's like fucking dog shit, right? So I don't see why it wouldn't at least double this. $1 billion coin at least, when you have and with the strength of the AI meme these days, double at least. So AVAX, don't have that. I have Injective, ChainLink, Fetch. I also have LDO, which is a token about Ethereum staking. I mean, not about Ethereum. It is for Ethereum staking, for the Lido DAO platform. And the thesis for this is just, it's like ETH on leverage, right? If ETH goes up, by extension, ETH staking will be more valuable. Therefore, the token for that would be more valuable. And if it's a lower market cap coin like this one, I mean, not really, it's like over $1 billion, but that's a lot lower than ETH. It's gonna pump more than ETH. So that's my thesis. If you look at the market structure of this one, the reason I'm bullish on this is that it kind of looks like it's been one big ass fucking accumulation range this entire lifespan of the coin. It's sort of doing this meme, and then break out. Targets for this, I would hope that we can hit 20. 20 would be cool. But yeah, it's not, I don't expect this to do 100x or anything. I would be happy if it hit 25. And this is one of my safer plays, so to speak. And what else do I have? I think that is those are my 3 biggest bags. Yep. And also I'm holding some NFTs as well. I don't really know much about the NFT universe, but I do know that this one has been getting a lot of traction on Twitter, and I feel like this one can at least hit 20 ETH to 10x from here. if you look at the coin gecko of this, it's about like a 41 million market cap, which is insane because I bought it for like half that. And then you look at like fucking pudgy penguins or it's like a 200 million. So, you know, and this is like a half bear market, half bull market prices. So, you know, I don't think 20 ETH is out of the question. Even if you compare it to something like Milady Maker, which has a lot of social capital on Twitter right now, it's nearly double what the pandas are currently at, you know. So I think pandas will do really fucking well in the bull market. Yeah. What else? You know, I was on the Arbitrum and Optimism train for a little bit, but I don't know. I mean, I had a chat with this about my friend, and you know, it just seems like your FDV was just too high, you know. But I think they're sort of similar to LDO in terms of like risk and reward, except maybe a little bit less. I think it should do okay. But yeah. General thoughts about the market. That's what we're gonna do now. So Bitcoin has done amazing since the start of the year, right? Was 160% on the year. Jesus. And from here, I think we're probably gonna dump and cool off for a little bit. It does seem like it's too soon, all this to be launching a full bear market, right? So some targets I'd be looking at, you know, probably within this range, the 0.5 to 2.25 of this big range here. So about 35 to 32k, a good place to stock up on some longs for a bounce. But in terms of time horizon, I think this is like the first sign of life being breathed back into the market. This probably culminates with like a blow off top, with ETFs being announced in December, and then a slow bleed from then for like maybe a few months, and then towards the second half of 2025, I think that's what 2024. Sorry, that's when we enter the full bull market, and I think we will probably top out maybe Q1 to Q2 2025, around there. So don't be too disheartened if this video literally marks the top, because it probably will. Just have some spare powder when it gets down to the 35 zone or 32 zone and load up there. Oh yeah, one other coin that I have put a bet on, and this is a smaller bet, but PYR. It's just a bet on gaming. I think they're a pretty good gaming studio. They didn't really. I mean, they did kind of pop off last cycle, but they're still here, you know, and there's a lot of activity going on, and they have a presence on Twitter as well, and they're still developing. So I think it's pretty good, and I think it can, at the very least, reach all-time high, which is like $40 again. But yeah, that concludes it. You know, my one update after 9 months. If things become really interesting, I'll update again. But feel free to comment down if you guys want to see more of this stuff. Let me know how you guys think the podcast is going. Anything really. If you guys want to check out like a specific coin of yours, fuck it, I might even do that. Who cares? shares. But yeah, that's it for me for today, guys. We are probably gonna upload a like Pink Boys year-end special episode next week or so, and I'll catch you guys during then.